you give an air balloon to a 5-year-old and you tell it to poke it, it goes in a fraction of a second. The same thing happens in reverse in the ocean. You poke it, and in a fraction of a second, it's gone. So the implosion, it's a negative explosion, but it's the same. It's the same pattern. It exploded inwards in a matter of a thousandth of a second. And it's probably a mercy, because that was probably a kinder end than the unbelievably difficult situation of being 4 days in a cold, dark, confined space. So this would have happened very quickly. I don't think anybody even had the time to realize what happened. So typically you'd want to land near it and then drive towards the Titanic. So, if they were 400 meters away, I mean, less than half a kilometer, I mean, that's not too bad. But it would indicate that it happened fairly early on. And from a technical point of view, I would speculate that something that puzzled me since Monday is how come they lost completely communication and tracking of the submersible right away on the way down. Because, there's typically redundancy. You have communication through voice. It's all acoustic, but you have a system for voice, you have a system for text, you have a system for range finding, you have a system for sonar, and it's based so that you have backup, so that not everything fails at the same time. That all of a sudden, which made the week terribly difficult to find out, well, what's going on and where are they. By the time you lose communication, it makes it so much harder. And it was curious that all systems stopped at the same time. Little did we ever suspect that. I mean, that was one of the options, but it was pretty far down the line. But that would explain why all these systems stopped immediately, and which indicates that would have happened on the way down, early in the dive. Yes, on the technical side, one of the technologies that was unique to the Seagate, OceanGate submersible was that they used carbon fiber. Nobody had ever made a carbon fiber pressure hull for that depth before. And it is very difficult to test and verify. And that was a bit one of the key items that needed a lot of work in verifying that under what conditions and what's the reliability of these non-metallic. Metallic hulls have elasticity to them. We know how they behave. They are, in engineering terms, a linear material. You can predict them. Carbon fiber are very, very strong in tension. They're not so strong in compression. And we know that but it's how do they react under extreme pressure? That leaves a lot of research.